We did this yesterday in no-gi. Hip bump sweep, the mount. Very simple and a great setup for the neck. Couches the neck. The key to a hip bump sweep is to hopefully get their hands on the mat. So as he's here, scoot my hips away, pinch my feet, lift my hips as his hip kind of comes out of the way, center of your head. As my hips drop, I come up here, and then my hips build, toes point as I turn. So I build from my left elbow to my left hand, and I'm turning to make a complete U-turn here, and I want to just turn him here and get to the mount, maybe feed him a little bit of salty milk, and we're good to go. All right. The key is to build from your elbow to your hand, so your hips go higher than his belt line as you're trapping that shoulder, trapping this arm, and making sure that he can't post out. Sometimes they post out, but this is where you begin to make set up your techniques. So as we're here, we go underneath, we boost out, getting the biceps, feet on the mat, on the toes, scoot away as my hips come up. As my hips come down, I go elbow, armpit to shoulder, and I keep climbing, 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 climbing as this hand pulls to the chest, and I rotate my hips and essentially turn him to the mount. Right here, so it's underneath, it all up in one motion. Okay? So essentially what I'm doing is I'm using the momentum as I broke his hands here. My hips come up, and I'm framing his inner elbows as I roll onto my left hip, and I come up on left elbow, my right foot, hand, and begin to cup that elbow, because I don't want them to post out. But it's very important that you use your right foot on the mat in order to build yourself from your back. I lift my hip so that I have momentum to sit up, elbow, hand, lift. The toes have to point so that I twist, basically, and I turn him into making a U-turn. So it should be here. One. The key is also to keep your left toes pointed, because if you drop them on your foot, you can mess up your foot. You break it, you tear it. It's gonna be bad. I've done it. Don't do it. Here, right in the elbows, hip up. And we're good. Okay? So we're gonna do the hip bump sweep. And then from the hip bump sweep, preferably attack this arm here for a key lock as I go for a key lock here. Okay? I'm gonna begin to wrap his arm or his head, and I'm gonna get the guillotine. But we'll do that later. Don't do the guillotine, just get the hip bump sweep. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Davidson.